Good evening, traders. Uh, Even for everybody, when the market falls down, it is difficult to uh, locate the reversals. You can locate this reversal with my indicator. How? I am going to explain it to you to show you everything. And my rolling pivot indicator, when I change it to 5 minutes time frame, it automatically adjusts to 60 minutes. Hourly balanced lines it will give. See, here the market was coming down, right? It gapped down, it made an attempt to go higher, and again around 11:30 it came down. There was no signal at all. There was no signal of reversal at all. People would have made mistake in these areas. There was no signal here. Why? Because the rolling pivot, this is the R1 and this is the pivot and this is the S1. They were not changing their colors and they are red to neutral, and then it started coming down. Here the gan hilo went below this one, pivot climbed above this, but still it is not a signal. The reason for that is it was not changing completely the color. Here, neutral to the. Then, the reason not only that, this was the hourly balance line. If you see here, hourly balance line. And this is the hourly. Let me zoom it for you people to see. Here, this is the hourly balance line. Next hourly balance line. 25,184. That's why you cannot enter into the trade immediately. The confirmation came when price came down and made an attempt and climbed over here. Why did I get the confirmation? Because the hourly pivot line from this area, this area, it has risen to almost to this level, that is a higher high. That is the reason I was able to catch this, and I was closely watching there will be a reversal. From there, the market started moving from 25,197 to 25,266. And why it is getting rejected over here is because this is the area of drop. This is the area of drop. All the pivots have changed red and Gan Hilo red color. That's why it has faced resistance exactly at this level and there is rejection. Now it is 3 p.m. and you are seeing a correction. Correction over here. These are the things you need to see. Why these pivots, when it rises, means the balance line is rising. And if you see here closely, this is balance line. So next, you need to watch when it comes down, you need to watch whether it is going to retest this level and reverse back. 25,202 is your balance line has increased, but there is an overhead resistance over here. That's why the market, it was a pullback to the sell area, but it showed a reversal in this area. So that's what you need to see in the market. Let me show you people in the playback mode. Playback mode, let me take it to you so that you will understand. See, now I have not started the playback mode. Let me make it little bit slower. Uh, all the pivots are red. So there is no sign of reversal yet, even though it has come down to 11:30. Let me start the playback mode. You will see the price action here. Now the play has started. Just watch what is happening to this. Price has started moving higher and it tested the Ganhi low. And the pivot has changed the color, but still it is below this pivot. This balance line is still below this. I am marking this. So again it came down. It happens when there is an accumulation. After the fall, there will be rotation. Roller coaster ride will be there, and let us see whether the pivot is going to. Now 12:15. Now 12:15, still there is no signal for the market. Now you can see a signal and see the pivot slightly increased till it is going sideways. Now the pivot has increased. It has started increasing, and it is a natural process. Once it goes up and it comes down. This is a roller coaster rider. It happens always. Just see, 12:45, 1 p.m. Again it is coming down. So you will be confused whether it is a sell or not. But the things is, the pivot has converted. It is rising. You can see, you can mark the pivot over here. Pivot is continuously rising compared to the previous. So even though it is coming down, only around 130, 145, I think it started. It's up move. You can see double bottom on the Gan Hilo, and now price is moving higher. You can see how it is increasing. 130, the 1 hour pivot will form, the price has started. There around 25,150 call option was around 94, and if you would have taken position around 94, you could have made little money in this. See the trap, actually it comes like that, it traps. This type of roller coaster ride will happen in the market. Now the Nifty is 25,220. Again it is coming and it is joining together. This happens. See, because it is after the fall, it has to accumulate. For the accumulation, you can see the pivots rising and the price has moved higher. Now it tested the level where I had marked the resistance 25,272, and it has got rejected there and gone sideways, confusing the people. Now probably you saw that red candle coming down. These are the levels you need to watch. Whether it is going to hold these levels, because this is the pivot from where it has started. Now let us see, it is still running. Live market is running. The playback is finished and you can see it is coming. And Gan Hilo is there and this is the pivot. Pivot has risen. So immediate support is there. The Gan Hilo is above the, above the pivot. Pivot has increased and it is a neutral. While closing, it is showing a neutral stance because it has come down. That's how it is. Now it is 3:08 p.m. The market is still running. I wanted to show you how you can identify. You need to give the importance how the pivots are forming. If they are rising while this roller coaster ride, then you can consider, and meanwhile you can see Gan Hilo. I've made it to dot type so that I can make out whether the dots are increasing. Slight increase in the Gan Hilo movement, we can catch it. That's how you can catch the reversal also, Gan Hilo rising and also the pivots rising. You need to watch this. It has to happen. If you go back to here in this area, pivots were rising and it had, while closing, it was the close. Actually, the pivots came down, they became all red before the close. This was the last candle yesterday, on Friday. and price had closed below the pivot. You can see so strongly it has closed below the pivot, and it made an attempt last three after 3:15 like that. It made an attempt to test already gang hilo. That was the reason the market gap down, and distribution had started yesterday on Friday itself. That's only you can make out why you can how you can make out here you can see this was the pivot, and this is the hourly pivot turning into red, and next hourly pivot is coming down here. You can see the pivot is here and the pivot is here. You can see it has drop down below this pivot. This is the last red pivot, and the next pivot has dropped below this. That was an indication for you people to know that it is distribution. Suppose if anybody who is having very guts could have taken a BTST trade, might have made huge money in the put option. They might have made huge money. That's how it is. So, friends, with the indicator, you try to learn the accumulation and distribution patterns. You can, if you give close, uh, uh, close watch on these behaviors, you can understand. You can understand my indicator very well, thoroughly, and this is a very beautiful indicator. And from 95, actually it had gone to 80 or some 80, 82, but from 95 the signal came, it rallied up to 147, 142. What more you want? 95 to 142, that is 45 points on an intraday basis. You could have captured for the one lot itself around 3,000 rupees. Okay, friends, thank you very much, Nalnakshi Swami. If you want the indicator, you can message me, WhatsApp me, 9845209600. That will be in my description as well as in the pinned comment. Thank you very much. Nalnakshi Swami signing off.